Hi, this is Nanette Hosenfeld with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Tuesday, July 28th, 2015. There are no significant fire impacts expected across the Great Basin over the next few days. We will see conditions warm and dry across the area through Thursday, and on Thursday we will see storms develop across southern Utah and south and western Nevada, and those storms will spread north and east into early next week. Initially, the storms may be dry, so the first day or two that an area sees thunderstorms, some of those storms could be dry. Over the past 24 hours, we saw a bit of precipitation over the northern part of the Great Basin. However, there was no lightning associated with the storms. Fire activity is pretty light, with only a few new starts across the Great Basin yesterday. The water vapor satellite shows a low-pressure system that brought the cooler, wetter weather to portions of the Great Basin yesterday, moving off to the northeast. Significant fire potential is low across much of the Great Basin, with the driest fields across the southern part of the Great Basin. This afternoon, we'll see pretty cool temperatures across the majority of the Great Basin. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 70s across many of the valleys in the Great Basin, which is really cool for this time of year. Relative humidities in general will be in the 10 to 15% range across much of the Great Basin. On Wednesday, we'll see high pressure beginning to build into the area, and this will lead to a warming and drying trend. Temperatures will warm about 10 degrees moving into tomorrow afternoon, and you can see that relative humidity is down by a few percent. On Thursday, the high pressure will continue to build across the Great Basin, and we will see some moisture moving into the southern part of the Great Basin. With this increasing monsoonal moisture, we will see an increase in showers and thunderstorms across southern Utah and south and western Nevada, and initially some of these storms may be dry across these areas. Temperatures will also continue to increase on Thursday, and you can see that relative humidity will begin to come up across the southern part of the Great Basin. On Friday, moisture will continue to increase, mainly north into western Nevada, where we will see the storm coverage also increase related to that increasing moisture. And on Saturday, it will continue north, moving into Idaho and the rest of the Great Basin by Sunday and Monday. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the first day or two that an area sees storms, some of the storms could be dry. However, by Monday, most of these storms will be wet. Really, the only exception would be across eastern Utah, where the moisture is not quite as deep. Looking at the current field conditions, ERCs trended downwards across much of Idaho yesterday due to the cooler, wetter weather. However, across much of the rest of the Great Basin, ERCs are continuing to increase. These ERCs will trend upwards over the next few days with the hotter, drier weather that's expected. However, even with these ERCs increasing, most of the Great Basin is still below normal as far as ERCs for this time of year. Fuel moisture is decreasing across much of the Great Basin and will continue to do so through about Thursday or Friday with the hotter, drier weather that will be moving into the area. However, with the monsoonal moisture moving back into the area this weekend and into early next week, we are expecting fuel moistures to come back up. Looking at the 8 to 14 day period, the Climate Prediction Center is calling for above average precipitation across the entire Great Basin and above normal temperatures across the western portion of the Great Basin. So that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to let us know. Our contact information is on the screen, and you can also find us at Twitter.